All right, Devil May Cry 1. Any percent normal. Last run of the marathon. We had a long one today. I don't know. When I have kids, though, I'm gonna make sure they're like very sophisticated, and just like all around sophisticated. You know, like they're gonna know how to write, they're gonna know how to speak well, articulately, and they're gonna have good motor skills. I'm gonna play with those motherfuckers till the cows come home. Like, ain't nothing more embarrassing than a grown-ass adult that can't, like, walk in a straight line. You know what I mean? Or, like, breaks their arm falling over a countertop or something. Like, we all know some of those people that are just not coordinated whatsoever. That is because they were not played with enough as a child. %. Gotta develop those fine motor skills. Everyone's an iPad baby. Dude, my kids, no electronics until they're like 13 or some shit. They can play video games, but like limited amounts of video games. Give them a Game Boy Advance or a DS, bro. They're gonna end up like an RPGs then. That's not a good move. Unlimited video games, but none of them are good. Okay, but there's nothing good on the DS that's not an RPG. Yeah, no social media for sure. Yo, Black Joker, thanks 11 months, dude. Like, we going outside, we playing sports and shit. Teach them how to skateboard. We can play video games too, but we gotta make sure there's a balance, you know what I mean? That was what I always kind of did, is like, I play games all the time when I'm home. If we weren't having like a family time, which we never did because my parents were divorced and shit, but like, you know, if there was some sort of family event, like had to participate. I could play video games then, but I always was like involved in some sort of like sport or activity, or like every weekend go skating or something, you know, like go to the skate park, do karate, some shit, a sport. I'm like really coordinated. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't want an iPad to raise my kid, you know? Yeah, DS, kind of based, honestly. I mean, electronics, I think, are fine. Like, I think it's super important to be raised to know how to, like, use a computer and shit. But I think that the social media aspect is the big thing. Like, I think it's good to see computers and stuff as like a tool or as like entertainment, but it's not a replacement for like real life. You know what I mean? Sorry if I'm attacking you in chat. I don't mean to, but like, you know, like Twitch is fun and like a TV show, but it's not like a replacement for existing in the real world. Same thing with like video games. Like video games are mad fun, but like there are other parts of life. You know, it's just like one aspect of it. Like the computer is a tool. Social media is a networking device. It's not like an alternate reality. And I take it personally. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, social media is awful. Like, just go outside, talk to people in real life. It's so much better. Like, it's so much better. Oh, I forgot to change the game. I forgot to change the game. There. I'm not gonna bother changing it on YouTube. Whatever, this runs like 15 minutes long. Never ever let them play VR chat. Oh, trust me, I know. VR chat is only for long distance dating, which they're not gonna do. Thank you. That and furries. Well, if you're long distance dating on VR chat, it's probably with a furry. Hell yeah, Zerks. I appreciate that, dude. Hopefully that'll help people to get into the game. Social media is awful. Does that mean that people are awful? I don't really think so. I think that when you give people like anonymized infinite attention, it incentivizes certain patterns of behavior that are not great for everybody. I think it's just like the lack of one-to-one like social repercussions for things that people say. That's like the problem. Rule number 82, no e-dating. True. Date someone in real life. E-dating sucks. I've done it a few times. See, this is why the move to Texas is the move. Where it comes full circle. Texas is a hardy state where people go outside and do stuff. So, if I have kids, you know, Texas is a good move. My friends are in the computer. Oh my god. Yeah, the Zoolander reference. That's so good. They're in the computer. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having online interactions. Like, I just got back from GDQ, which is all friends I've made online and stuff. But hanging out with people in person is way better, which is why we go to in-person events like GDQ. You're gonna move to Austin, you may as well move to California. Austin's still based though. Nah, dude, it's so much cheaper in Austin. So much cheaper. It's cheaper than Arizona. Like half the cost. It's like the whole reason I'm thinking about like looking there as a potential place to move. Cali's so expensive, don't go. I'm pretty sure Arizona and California are like the same price now. I was like looking into buying a house, like seeing what my price range would be, and dude, literally the houses here, if you want a 3-bedroom in a nice neighborhood, it is at least $500,000. It is crazy. We were literally looking at it earlier on stream. It's fucking insane. I could get a 5-bedroom in Austin or Houston for $350,000. Virtual dating someone is like making a bet between the chances of them being a mid-40s man is way higher than just being a girl. I mean, not necessarily. When I e-dated, I mean, you always do like video chats and shit and whatnot. You don't get baited. You don't get catfished. Still not great though. You can mortgage a 5-bedroom, 4-bath and a basement for $3,700 in Kentucky. $370,000? But then you have to live in Kentucky. But like Austin's cool. I've been there. It's pretty sick. Austin has cool shit. There's like a really good vert skating scene there. You can get some lands. Bunch of anime conventions and shit. Driving distance to Dallas for like esports events and stuff. Lots of concerts. What's your price range? Like the upper limit of my price range is like 400 probably, says he for. There's Formula One there as well, and the music scene's really cool. There's like a specific street that has like a bunch of music stuff. Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. It seems dope. I've been there before. It's cool. And the holy water just does a bunch of damage. Fire sparks. Also, it doesn't snow, which is a huge dub for me because I fucking hate the snow. I could not live somewhere where it snowed. That's a deal breaker for me if it snows. Couldn't do it. Not gonna have enough for air hike. Bought too many holy waters. I feel like I could move to a southern state and teach winter driving lessons and make some decent money. You think that people in southern states care at all about winter driving, dude? I doubt it. People down there don't even know how to drive, period. They don't even have licenses and shit, so like... I swear like half of the people that drive in Arizona don't have a license at all, so. There's like so many hit and runs, it's crazy. Hitting snow is illegal. Bro, I'm a professional hater though. Can't stop me from doing my job. I hate snow. It's coarse and cold and it gets everywhere. It's in my fucking shoes. Makes my socks wet. Ain't nothing in this world worse than wet socks. Got so lucky with buying the houses during the market thing, where every house is like 500,000. We got a house for 200,000. Damn, that's sick. Yeah, my budget's like totally maxed out at like 425, 450. But I want a house that I can live in for like a really long time. Like I don't want to buy a house and then live in it for 10 years and then buy another house. I'm not about it. I want to just buy a house and then live there forever. Yeah, nice, Scrappy. Hope the concert was good. Thank you so much for the well wishes. Good luck with that. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to do. If I just get a nice house. No, I'm down to go like anywhere as long as it's cool. We were talking this whole stream about how like, for what I want, Austin is probably like the best place, or Houston rather, not Austin. Houston is probably like the best place you can think of. Because you can get like a 5-bedroom, 2-bath with a yard just outside the city for like 350,000. And there's no income tax on the state side. And they have really good internet. It never snows. Really good skateboarding scene. Weather's decent, lots of outdoor stuff. Lots of like anime conventions and stuff in the city. Like stuff to do. And it's like, you know, half the cost of living here. Yeah. But freak accident is what Chad has told me. Don't have to worry about it. I'm breaking up with my girlfriend when we move, or I'm marrying her. I'm keeping this one. Well, that's why I want a 5-bedroom, because we want to have like 3 kids. I need an office, so. But she hates it here, so she would want to go. The only downside to doing that is like all of her family lives here. All of my family lives here. But that's the only problem, really. But it's like, I'd rather just like get a mortgage and start paying that off instead of just like dumping 1,700 bucks a month in rent for a 1-bedroom apartment, you know? Yeah, cost of living is like pretty low and you pay no personal income taxes on the state level. Which would save me a lot of money as someone who technically owns their own business. I don't know square footage, but like, I want 5 bedrooms, 5 or 4. Well, doing taxes for streaming is a nightmare. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. It's really not that hard. But why? You know, you put down like 60 to 70 grand as a down payment on like a $350,000 house. Depends what your interest rate would be, but like, I couldn't see the mortgage being more than like $2,300 a month or something, which I'd could definitely pay if it was for a mortgage. You know, I wouldn't pay that in rent, but if I'm paying a mortgage that high for like a 5-bedroom house, I'd do it. Fuck it. What's up, Angry Brady? Howdy. Morning, 1-2 step. Getting the loan might be kind of hard though, because of my job. Just making like exponentially more income every year makes it like really weird for getting a loan. Probably, if I had to guess, I don't know. I haven't tried, but when I go to get a loan, it's like, okay, how much did you make this year? It's like, well, I made like 100 grand this year. And how much did you make the year before that? 70. And the year before that, 50. It's like, I promise you next year I'll make 120. You know? Actually, it's more like 2 years ago I made 30. Last year I made 55. This year I make 100. You know, like that type of growth. Something like that. $370K 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot in AZ. If it's that, has got to be in a dog shit neighborhood though, actually, or it's like crazy out of the way. Because I've been looking and I haven't seen anything like that. I'll check it out in a second though. Like, where is that? Is that like west side? Only be hard because that income isn't guaranteed and that's what the loan is for anyways. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Like, when I went to get this apartment, I almost didn't get it because they're like, your taxes from last year, like, you don't make enough money. But then I just showed them my last, like, deposits in my bank for the last, like, 6 months, and they're like, okay. The suburbs in Queen Creek. It's actually not bad. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough. I don't know. Whenever I was like looking online, it's always so expensive. Like way more than that. That's actually not too bad. That's like semi-affordable. But Texas might be a good move too. It's a good shout. My girlfriend hates it here in Arizona, so she wants to leave. They have basements in the south? I don't know. We don't have basements here. Like, nothing has basements here. In Arizona. What's up? Sunatalid. Yeah, we don't have attics either, really. It's just a crawl space where people go to die. There's no basements in Florida. Yeah, but Florida's fucking wild. Well, we flood in AZ. It never rains, except for when it does, it rains like a foot. A foot or 2 feet of rain. So if we had basements in AZ, they would all flood all the time. Every time there's rain in the monsoon season. I am assuming that's the reason why we don't have basements. I am completely talking out of my ass here. But yeah, like it never rains, but when it does, it fucking pours like so hard. Green Creek's actually like a mellow area. I have friends that live around there. It would be cool to stay around friends. Same area, more square footage, less price based. I appreciate that. I'll check those out in a bit. I don't need to grind DT there because I'm using it untouchable anyways. It's not the flooding that makes people not build them, it's the flood insurance. The flood insurance is really expensive. I guess that makes sense. I don't understand we don't just live underground, all of us in Arizona, to be honest. It's so hot. Fire insurance is super expensive too. Yeah, I have renter's insurance, but it's only like $100 a month or something. Not even that, I don't think. Is it easier to speedrun with a PC or a console? Definitely PC. Way easier for every game. Unless it doesn't exist on PC. I know, I'm kind of liking the Austin idea though. You fucking die, you big birded fuck. Even then it's easier to run on emulator. Yeah, I mean if it's an old game, it usually is better to run on emulator. No, I think it's $100 a year, Shrappy. I think that's what it is. Some shit like that. It's like really, it's like nothing. It's really cheap. C. Yeah, sorry. I don't know exactly what all this stuff is. I just know that I pay a lot in rents. My total monthly expenses is like 2,000 something. Before like food and shit, obviously. But that's insane because I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and have no car payment. But like, we looked a lot for other apartments and like they all just were in like a super ghetto neighborhood or like really shitty quality and that were cheaper. This was like by far the cheapest one we could find that was in like a decent neighborhood and actually was updated. Your 320,000 mortgage is 1,700 a month. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'd rather be paying that 1,700 a month to fucking buy a house. You know what I mean? What'd you put a down payment on it though? $80K. Yeah, that's more than I would be able to right now. If I saved up for another year, I could probably do $80K. I could probably boo like 50K on a down payment right now. Yeah, if you don't put 20% down, you gotta do mortgage insurance here too. Sometimes depends on the state. That's why you just 5-head and get a loan and then use that loan to pay the down payment for the other loan. Strats. That's the tech right there. In Virginia, we have cows, beaches, lakes, rivers, and basements. 250K. Few acres, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, all day long, 2 stories. But then you gotta live in Virginia. I actually like kind of living in a pseudo city. I like being able to like go to a convention center. And like there's events there and stuff, and go to concerts and whatnot. Nah, if it gets cold enough to snow, fuck that. I'm not about it. Leave me out of it. I'm not about it. I wonder how much of a big deal it would be to not have state income taxes, though. Like, is that like that big a deal? I guess maybe if I start making a lot more money, it could be. Like, if at some point I started making 200,000 a year, that might be actually a lot of money that I'd be saving if I lived in Texas. Can you be a weeb? It snows in Japan. I don't live in Japan. That's what makes me a weeb. If I lived in Japan, I'd just be Japanese. It's definitely something I'll be thinking about for a long time, probably. The housing stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to make any rash decisions. I don't have quite enough money saved up to even really buy, I don't think, but getting there. The only reason I want to buy one sooner rather than later is so that I don't have to fucking just dump money on rent when I could be dumping it on a mortgage. Floor plan for your house is so dumb and closed off. I hate that. I like open areas. Living room, kitchen, dining room. That's all one room, dude. Take all the walls down. You know what I'm saying? Here's a big upside for Austin, though. I would love, it's been a dream of mine ever since I was a little kid, to have a concrete bowl in my backyard to skateboard in. Which probably costs somewhere around like $45,000, but I need lots of space to do that. Especially the ability to dig deep into the ground. Which sounds way more like a semi-rural Austin thing than it would be anywhere in Arizona. Doesn't have to be in the ground. Like I could build it like halfway in the ground, but that would probably make it cost more and more difficult to build and would be less aesthetically pleasing. And there's probably like way more room, like limitations on room in AZ. What's easier than building a bowl out of concrete? What, DS? What? Making a bowl out of snow. But then how am I going to skateboard on it, dude? Hitting around stuff? Okay. Well, I'll look at it. I am not opposed. But when I looked, everything I found was super expensive. Literally, how do you not snowboard? It's so much better. What are you talking about, dude? Please seek recovery for your methamphetamine addiction. It's obviously affecting your mental faculties. Just need permission from an HOA. Yeah, so like I can't, with that type of thing, you basically can't have an HOA because they're gonna be like, no. No, you can't build a skate park in your backyard. You'd have to call it a pool. Well, it wouldn't be like self-contained like a pool. Well, like what I want isn't gonna be up to spec, isn't gonna be up to code as a pool. Why am I grabbing? This is any percent. I hit the jump though. I still got it. Yeah, what I want to get is not going to be up to spec as a pool, so I don't think that'll work. I don't think they'll buy it. I don't know why I have muscle memory for all collectibles, but I guess I do. Nice grenade gun. Shooting blanks. If you did make it up to specs, you could increase your property value, but that would only increase your property taxes. Yeah, because it wouldn't actually increase to the resale value of the thing because no one would want to buy it. This is also why I want to buy a house that I want to live in forever, because I want to build this thing in the backyard that's going to cost like $45,000 to $50,000, and it's going to lower the value of the house because in order to sell the house, I'll have to tear it out. So like that's not something you do in a house you're gonna move out of in like 10 years, you know? Like if you build something like that in your backyard, you're committed. And like I'm down like a clown until I'm dead in the ground. I'm about it, but it's gotta be the right place, you know? Sad Virgil Valentine. Yeah, of course people do. Why wouldn't they? Hello? Hello? Brother. Stop, Bunner. Bruh. Damn, really? Like 8 hours later? That's rough. What is happening? How did he not die? This is the any percent run of all time. Play the Street Fighter yet? Nah. I'm not a fighting game fan, really. Only time you're a fighting game fan is when your friend's kicking your ass in MK? Based. Yeah, FGC primarily uses Match Arena, but I just use it because Oten, who like helps tournament organize with me, has run a bunch of events for Rocket League through Match Arena. Yeah, that's the biggest use case for Match Arena. That was just small FGC events. Oh, I know. I'm not really into getting a two-story house, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. And the cat would love it. Is that everything done for DMC1 Loaner? Is that just like a completed wiki now? %90 done. Just tricks left and linking routes and stuff. Gotcha. How do you shoot so fast? Use a macro. Well, I wasn't using auto hotkey for that. That was just the air shoot speed. But yeah, I'm pretty sure even faster than auto hotkey on PS2MU. That's kind of crazy. Nice jump. Yeah, Sisypher. Sounds like cats. Sounds fun though. Oh, oh! Looks like we have a winner. Inferno does more damage to Vortex than Vortex to Mundus. Really? That's cool. GG.
Jackpot.
Oh, baby, that was a long marathon.